Phil starts us off today in Cleveland, Ohio. Phil, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken. Thanks for having me on.
Happy to. How can I help?
Thanks. Congrats again on the bestseller. Quick note, I saw one of your boys made a Browns Odell jersey, so we'd love to have you up here sometime for a game.
Hey, now don't dangle things like that, Phil, unless you're able to follow through, because I would be dad of the century if I took Chase, who is the middle son that you're talking about. He has the Odell Beckham hair. If you folks follow me on Instagram, you see Chase on there. And so he follows Odell. So he got Giants jerseys. He's got, and he immediately, once he was traded, Phil, I had to order the Odell Beckham jersey.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Instantly. So thank you. We would love to do that. That would be great fun. So just email the show, ask@kencoleman.com. I can be bought.
Yeah. Okay.
Madison would like to go. Madison would like to go as well. So it would be 3 tickets. Me, Chase,
Cleveland
and Madison.
Is a wonderful spot.
Yeah. Hey, anyway, thank you. Absolutely. That's fun. All right, how can I help?
Cool. So my question is, so I have a side hustle right now that I really enjoy. It's my passion. I enjoy what I do. I also have a full-time day job that is okay, pays the bills. My question is, what's the best way to scale up my side hustle while also balancing out, what I do during the day, so I'm not, interfering with both jobs, essentially. So just trying to keep it fair. So I'm not taking time from my day job.
That's right.
Not taking time to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're just going to have to find the right rhythm. I think that we live in a day and age where you can accomplish what you need to do and what is expected of you and do it very well in the day job, but you might do it in a different rhythm than you are now if your leadership is open to that. Do you know what I mean? I think at the end of the day, do leaders sit around going, did I get 40 hours out of Phil this week? I don't know if that's something people are thinking about. I think what they're going is Phil winning? And is Phil doing a good job? And there obviously are constructs in your current role as to what they expect for you to be in the office. So within that expectation, that construct, you're just going to have to, keep focused and say, if I start to slack off in this day job, it could very well affect my ability to grow and launch full-time into the dream job, because this day job is in fact your platform, and it's funding your dream job. I was there, so I get it. So you can tell there's no magic answer here. I don't have some great little formula. What it boils down to is, can you find ways to make sure you're giving everything you got? Can you compact your schedule a little bit, therefore giving you maybe a little bit of extra time each day, and then that adds up to be a nice little chunk of extra time each week? You just got to figure out how to do that. So, for instance, first thing I think of is, can you come in at 7:30? If the kids in the morning are kind of sleeping in and watching cartoons anyway, can you steal an hour there?
Sure. Yeah. So my schedule right now, so I go into my office job at 7:30. So I'm up at 5 to 6:30, working on my side hustle. And then I have lunch from 1 to 2, side hustle for that. And then when I get home, I have dinner, hang out with the family, and then from 9 to whatever long it takes me, that's when I'm doing the side hustle, which it works, but man, I'm tired.
Yeah, well, let me just say this. Okay, I'm glad you shared that. So, you know what? You need to pull back a little bit. Maybe you do that rhythm you just described for 2 weeks out of the month, and then 2 weeks out of the month you don't do that, and you just do a little bit on the side on the weekend. Because here's the deal, man. You're gonna just truly wear yourself to a nub, and that's not helping anybody. What is the side hustle?
So I work as a travel agent for missionaries and missionary groups. So I have I book tickets for missionaries going abroad to serve, because I have contracts with vendors that have discounts for missionaries, and so I'll book the tickets, because sometimes, booking tickets is overwhelming, and I love doing that. I love travel logistics. Right. And so just translating that
how much money are you making at that right now? Give me the last 12 months on average.
So on average, so last year I made $14,000.
Yeah. And how much do you make in your day job?
50.
50. Yes, you got a ways to go.
Yeah.
You got a ways to go. And I don't know. I don't have some slick answer for you.
Sure.
But I will tell you this, that you're going to have to look for ways to automate, be more effective in that time that you have. I'm assuming that you're already doing that, but there's got to be always new ways for you to be efficient. Can you create expectations for these folks so that they know, hey, he's not going to book stuff at 5 in the morning anymore. Maybe you sleep in a little bit and get some quality
Sure.
sleep, and then you could do a little bit, an hour, hour and a half each night.
Okay.
After after work, after the kids are in bed and all that kind of stuff. Maybe you take a block on the weekend, and from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. you give 2 hours there, and you just set expectations for your clientele. They still need the help. They'd rather you handle it. So I think you set expectations. I think there's just a way for you to say, all right, I'm going to take control of my time, and I'm going to do this a little differently, because you have a limited resource there with your time. And so you're just going to have to be patient. You're just going to have to be patient. And the goal for you is to step into this full time anyway. So it's going to take time to stack up enough clients and become well known in that space for you to be able to then say, all right, I can do this. And by the way, the path forward for you is, to the extent that you can, you put as much money, if not all of it. So take that $14,000. And you want to get to a point financially where you can put all of that into the bank, and essentially becomes retained earnings, is what Dave calls it here at Ramsey Solutions. And so you take that money and it stays in that side business account, and you stack that thing up. And boy, it would be nice to have $50,000 in that side hustle, that travel agency account, so that the day you step out into that full time, you've got your full salary for a full year in the bank. That's where you need to be. And that's a goal that's very attainable. And that's why I specifically give you that goal. And there's a lot of people out there that are in the same boat. If you got a side hustle, let me encourage you. You're going, when do I make the transition? Well, when you can afford to make the transition. You know what the answer is there. But you want to talk about a fun goal and building a side hustle? Don't get hung up on scaling and making it this big, impressive thing. What you really need to do is have a minimum of 1 year of your current salary in the bank. And when you have that, now we can step out, because you're sleeping easily. And now you can grow this thing.